I sent him as a jealousy.
Oh, all right. Oh, he's got a video camera. Oh, he's making a wedding video. Everybody's so tall, I'm tiny. This is lame. Let's all this flow down that way.
Alright, is it your birthday?
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
I've seen photographs.
Is it your birthday?
I haven't done my makeup.
That's part. I thought you were I sit back here before you. Well, then there's nothing like that.
Good afternoon. On behalf of Sophie and Matthew, I would like to welcome you all here to the Holiday Inn. Can I ask the bridal party to remain standing, please? Guests, please be seated.
I do.
Thank you. Please take your seat. Bridal party, please be seated. The place in which you are now met has been duly sanctioned according to law for the celebration of marriages. You are here today to witness the joining in marriage of Matthew Kevin Densley and Sophie Jane Collier. If any person here present knows of any lawful impediment to this marriage, they should declare it now. Before you are joined in matrimony, it is my duty to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows you are about to make to one another. Marriage in this country means the union of two people voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. Matthew and Sophie have found in each other happiness, fulfillment, and love. And as a consequence of this, they now wish to affirm their relationship and to offer to each other the security that comes from legally binding vows, sincerely made and faithfully kept. Marriage requires devotion, the ability to listen, the wisdom to know when we are wrong, and the humility to be able to put things right. Above all, it requires unquestioning love. More than this, Marriage joins two people who trust in the love that they have found together. It is a partnership in which each can grow and be their true selves whilst also becoming part of the other. It expresses the confidence that human warmth and dedication to the well-being of each other can overcome whatever the future may hold. I will now ask each of you in turn to declare that you do not know of any lawful reason why you should not be married to one another. So will you both please stand? I'm going to do this in the form of a question to you first, Matthew. Are you, Matthew Kevin Densley, free lawfully to marry Sophie Jane Collier? Thank you. Are you, Sophie Jane Collier, free lawfully to marry Matthew Kevin Densley?
I am.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the special moment where Matthew and Sophie will exchange their marriage promises and vows with each other to contract their marriage. I'm going to do this again in the form of a question in the first part. Matthew, today you have come to promise to share your life with Sophie. Do you promise to love and protect her, to be faithful to her, and to be always supporting and understanding? Sophie, today you have come to promise to share your life with Matthew. Do you promise to love and protect him, to be faithful to him, and to be always supporting and understanding?
I do.
Matthew, please repeat these words after me. I, Matthew Kevin Densley.
I, Matthew Kevin Densley.
Take thee, Sophie Jane Collier.
Take thee, Sophie Jane Collier.
To be my wedded wife.
To be my wedded
Say these words too, Sophie. I promise to love,
wife. I promise to love,
respect and cherish you
respect and cherish you.
for the rest of our lives together.
Your teeth.
I, Sophie Jane Collier. Take thee, Matthew Kevin Densley.
Take me, Densley,
To be my wedded husband.
to be my wedded husband.
I promise to love,
I promise to love,
respect and cherish you
respect and cherish you
for the rest of our lives together.
for the rest of our lives together.
We have now reached the part of the ceremony where rings will be given and received. So, Jack, if you can come forward with those rings, please. The circle is a symbol of the sun, of the earth, and of the universe. It is a symbol of wholeness, of perfection, and of peace. The ring is a symbol of unity into which your lives are now joined in an unbroken circle in which, wherever you go, you will return to one another. So, Jack, if you can give Sophie's ring to Matthew, please. Place this on the third finger of her left hand. And hold the ring in place and say these words to Sophie. Sophie, I give you this ring
Sophie, I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love
as a symbol of love
and commitment to you.
and commitment to you.
From this day forward,
From this day forward,
no matter what life holds for
no
us,
matter what life holds for us,
I pledge to give you my support,
I pledge to give you my support,
my friendship,
my friendship,
faithful companionship,
faithful companionship,
and undying love.
and undying love.
Have you given Matthew's ring to Sophie, please? Place on the third finger of Matthew's left hand. That's it. Say these words to him. Matthew, I give you this ring
Matthew, I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love
as a symbol of my love
and commitment to you.
and commitment to you.
From this day forward,
From this day forward,
no matter what life holds for us,
no matter what life holds for us,
I pledge to give you my support,
I pledge to give you my support,
my friendship,
my friendship,
faithful companionship,
faithful companionship,
and undying love.
and undying love.
Matthew and Sophie, you have both made the declarations required by law and have made a solemn and binding contract with each other in the presence of your witnesses and before me. I call upon your guests here today to support you both in your new life together as a married couple. This day is the start of a new life for you together. We hope that the feelings of love that you have for each other would deepen and grow ever stronger throughout the years to come. May you treasure the bond created today between you both and enjoy the responsibility you now have for each other and for your future lives together. So it is my pleasure and privilege to declare that you are now husband and wife, and Matthew, that you've been waiting for, you know is Sophie. While we get the registers. Okay, we can have the witnesses forward for the picture, please. Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. Your opportunity now to come forward and take your photographs.
Gonna get a few of them today.
Can we take it?
I was taking one of you, you can take one.
Oh, good.
Tradition, the property of the congratulations, Matthew, congratulations, Sophie. Should we trust him with it on this one occasion?
Yeah, we'll trust him with it.
Can I ask you all to stand, please, and join me in congratulating the new Mr. and Mrs. Densley.
And he said, you know, when he came round and had anything got it for you, he'd bring all his friends in. Thank you. It is.
Yeah, I must have a picture of you with that dog. Thank you very
All that left me with eyes that side. How can I go on without? Here comes the bride. Now that you took that part. This is Sophie Densley, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sophie Densley. How does that sound? Yeah, lovely. All of me. Why not take all of me? And to see my stepmother, I'm a mess without you. Took a part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me? Coming out? Come on. It's lovely out here. Yeah, you can hear me out here. Come and sit out here in the sun. It's gorgeous. Why lovely day. Right, well, my name's Dave. This is John, our photographer. This is OK Magazine photography, mine. Pages 4, 5, 7 and 8. So whenever he sticks a camera in your face, you just got to smile. That's the video guy over there. Let's see the video guy. And we're just doing a bit of crooning. The guys have asked me to come along and sing some of their favourite songs. You may have one or two. Hey, how you doing? And other words, grab a seat, grab a drink. Baby, kiss me. Get the photos in. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Yeah. Crikey, we've got a lovely day for it, haven't we? It's lovely out here, sir. Don't need that there, get knocked over. Why don't you fill my heart with song? Let me swing forevermore. Because of you, all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. Whoa. In other words, it's all on the video. It's all on the video, that bit. Hey, I love you. Here's the father of the bride, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, fantastic job he did as well, girl. Well done, sir. Well done, sir. Right, yeah, you just did a fantastic job. And I'm walking down there, you look super cool. Everybody is super cool today. In fact, Andy, we're doing a bit of all the favourite guys, the songs that the guys have asked me to sing. So here's the first bootleg song. Well, I wasn't right, but she's a bit of a bootleg fan, as I'll say. Is what makes me feel so young. What makes me feel like my spot. Every time I see you play, such a happy. I just like a couple of times, yes you do. Running across the meadow. You make me feel there are songs to be sung, bells to be rung, and a wonderful flame to be blown. Yeah! And even when I'm old and grey, I'm gonna feel the way I do today, because you make me feel so young. I'm such happy in the victory of that you speak. While we play hide and seek, I'd like to go and bounce the moon, just like a big balloon, because you and I are just like the
You missed the boot, right?
Yeah, thank you, man.
I got visions of it going up on the roof. Yes, indeed.
I mean, if you might press the ring and just say which point.
Just give her a nice squeeze. Not too much. Just all right in that phone. Right, let's go far away now. Can you hear me? Yeah. Good. Don't push her in. Looking good. Head up a bit. How about one at the same time? On the lips. Lovely. Enjoy your day, sweetheart. Maybe you'll have a great time. Love you lots.
Best of luck, Sophie and Matthew. What am I saying?
Wherever you like.
We've got some rope.
Love you, Matt and Sophie. Good luck for the future. Bye. Sophie. Sophie made a beautiful bride and Matt made a beautiful husband.
Congratulations, and you, Sophie. Bye. And the same for me, yes. His mum. Yeah, congratulations. Live long and happy.
Have a nice time.
Happy wedding day!
Congratulations.
Congratulations!
Booze and Matt.
Marvelly, don't you ever change. Keep that restless Densley. Won't you please remember that I love you, Mrs. Densley, just the way you look tonight. You'll have to excuse me, I've got a lisp.
It doesn't matter if it said it was yours, was it? Really?
Ever change. Some of the ring. Keep that breakfast jar. Won't you please tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Mrs. Sophie Densley. Just the way you look tonight. God, I think John wants your name.
I knew you wouldn't.
Got you just in time. I'm in love. Go on, guys. Life is a wonderful thing. As long as I can hold the string, I'd be a silly soul and so if I should ever let it go. Yeah. I got the world on a string. To know you're not dreaming, I'm watching the ships that go sailing. But no, beyond the blue, way out beyond the sea. Yeah, I know. Beyond the dark, my heart will be there soon. Now we meet beyond the shore. We meet, yes, just like before. And happy we will be beyond the sea. And never again see. You better believe it! Now during this time, everybody, there are going to be some different people that are going to be asked by John to Who do you need? Who do you need? Yes, you've got one there. Friends and family.
I'll go and find him and I'll find him.
Yeah, pay attention now, guys. It's going to be some have to be in one or two minutes. Push up, push up. Is it good? What's happening? Stand easy, everybody. We could be doing less than minutes. Your turn. Just that. You're just making it up as you go along, isn't it?
Cheese! Okay, off we go.
Good luck, Sophie and Matt. You deserve all the happiness in the world, and I love you loads.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
And it's a lovely day, nice and easy, man.
Now we can see who you are.
Dancing again. I just said I don't know if she's dancing or
So, if you let me love you, it's for sure another love. Trust in me when I sing. Oh, baby, don't bring me.
we just got, I'm going to do this because then everyone's going to picture my face. I can't get it. That's
Wedding. I'll do it, start following. We're running around. Have you found him? So he's in there now?
Who?
Jack.
Yeah, fine.
I am the father of the bride. Nobody seems particularly bothered with me today. There's far better things to look at. And more important. But I want to assure you, I am getting my fair share of attention. I've got 3 missed calls from the bank. And the waiting staff have been asked not to let me leave the building until the cheque has been cashed. And that's the real reason why this is on a Friday and not a Saturday when the banks might be closed. One of the main things I'd like to do is thank all those that were involved in paying for the event. My bank manager. Alison, Sophie's mum, made a very significant contribution to the wedding. Kevin, yes. Kevin, Matt's dad made a significant contribution, and the bride and groom themselves made a very significant contribution, saved everything they could towards it, so thank you very much. And me. I do apologise. Are we going off script here or what? I do.
Thank you.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it. Okay, good. I'd like to thank everyone who's come here today. Thank you for making it a fantastic day. I do appreciate it all. Now, somebody's travelled quite a long way from Spain. Is anyone here from Spain? Is that Vicky and Robin?
It is, yes.
Hello, Vicky and Robin. We did say hello earlier on, but I didn't. And I'd always, and in the UK, I'd like to thank my mum. She travelled 190 miles to be here, which would have been really good if I hadn't had to travel 380 miles to pick her up and bring her back in. But never mind. Seriously, I'd like to thank you all for coming and making this day the wonderful day it's been so far. Now, there's a couple of telegrams. Was there some telegrams? Telegrams, very rare these days, but we'll have to see. One from Matt's rugby team, the boys. What they said, Matt, it's actually not to you, I'm sorry, it's addressed to Sophie. It says, "Dear Sophie, we've tried Matt in every position, but it didn't work out. So we had to pull him off. Hope you have better luck. P.S. Hope all your tries are not converted." And there's one from Sophie Stagecoach colleagues. I don't know if you know, Sophie teaches young children. Stagecoach, it's a theatre school. And that says, "Sophie and Matt, sorry we couldn't be there for your big day. Please send a photo of the wedding and the honeymoon." I'm not sure this is appropriate, but it says, "mounted if possible."
I don't understand that.
I'll tell you later. I'd like to say a little bit about Sophie. Born on the anniversary of the sinking of the Titanic. Married on the anniversary of D-Day. Matt, you've got no excuses for forgetting the big dates, mate. Sophie, you look absolutely beautiful, sweetheart. Whoa, don't go there. Too early. Seems like only yesterday when you were a little girl. There are so many stories I could tell, but I've been asked to keep it clean. So I've selected one that is appropriate, I think. No, I don't know if anyone else will be able to relate to this, but it means a lot to me. One day, Sophie and I, Sophie was about 7, I think, and we took the dog up the park like we used to do from time to time. The dog actually managed to find a football in amongst the long grass, so she nuzzled it out with her nose. And Sophie and I played football with the dog, running around, tackling, falling over, jumping up. It was absolutely fantastic. And about 40 minutes passed, which we were out way longer than we should have been with the dog, so I said, "Sophie, we've got to go home now." And no, don't go there. She ran up to me and hugged me and said, "Dad, this has been the best day of my life." So that's my happy place, you know. If I ever want to remember things, that's a really good memory. It's as vivid now as the day it happened. You've grown up into a beautiful, wonderful woman. Now you're getting married. Now you are. That's amazing. I just want you to know how very proud I am of you. Every time you look in the mirror in the morning, every day, whether I'm here or not, I'm proud of you. And the wonderful woman you've become. I do also remember that when Sophie was young, she had some very fixed ideas about love and marriage and boyfriends and everything else. She wants 3 children. Is that right? She wants 3 children. She also found the whole wedding thing quite confusing. "Dad," she said, "how does the bride know what to do? When to do it? How does she know where to stand and what to do?" So, on the principle you should never show weakness to a 7-year-old child, I tried to give her an answer. You just need to remember the key points. First, you walk down the aisle. Then you stop at the altar. Then you say your vows. And you sing the hymn. That's easy, she said. Aisle, altar, hymn. Aisle, altar, hymn. And now she's got a chance to do so. I love you, sweetheart. What can I say about that? He doesn't much. For the first 2 years I thought he was a member of some silent order of monks. But now he's started to open up. Now it's been 3 years plus. And I've discovered that he's a compassionate young man, caring, and he's got the soul of a poet. In fact, he is a poet, you may or may not know. Matt's written, at the last count, 117 poems, which are all available online, you can find them. Some of his poems have been published in a collection of poems, and one of his poems was used by a Canadian band, unofficially at first, as the lyrics for their song. It's just a shame Canadian bands don't sell a lot, really, isn't it? But he did get some money out of it, so that's really good news. Last night was the stag night. I was a little disappointed. I came home completely sober. I'll say no more. I did ask Matt what he wanted to get out of this marriage, though, and he said, look, Tim, he said, I'm a model citizen. What I want to be is a model husband and a model lover. So I was a bit confused by this, so I went and looked that up in the dictionary. And under the definition of model it said, just like the real thing, but smaller. They make a really good team and they complement each other. And they work really well together. Matt cleans the house, Sophie goes clothes shopping. Matt does the dishes, Sophie does her nails. Matt washes the trousers, Sophie wears the trousers. And I was trying to sum all this up and trying to find a way to get across their relationship, and I managed to find a poem. Now, it's a little bit awkward. It's written in a West Country accent. Now, I tried and tried and tried to convert it back to the Queen's English, but it just didn't scan, I'm afraid. So I'm going to have to tell this poem in a West Country accent. Now, obviously, there's more people here from the West Country, so I apologise if I really mess this up, but I'm going to try and do it my best, me being a little boy from London. Now, the poem is about a young lady who's got a man to the altar, and she's quite keen to get this deal closed and make sure it all goes through. So, here we go. It's called Yes, I'll Marry You. Yes, I'll marry you, my dear. And here is the reason why. So I can push you out of bed when the baby starts to cry. And if we hear a knocking, and it's creepy and it's late, I'll hand to you the torch, you see, and you'll investigate. Yes, I'll marry you, my dear. You may not apprehend it, but when the tumble dryer goes, it's you what has to mend it. You have to face the neighbour should our Labrador attack him, and if a drunkard fondles me, it's you what has to whack him. Yes, I'll marry you, you're virile and you're lean. My house is like a pigsty, and you can keep it clean. And when I've got the PMT, it's you what gets the flat. I do see great advantages, but none of them for you. And so, before you see the light, I do. Now, they've been together a while, but I did hear the start of an argument recently. Sophie was explaining how she wanted 3 children. Matt was saying, 2, I only want 2. Sophie repeated again, I want 3 children. And Matt said, look, after 2, I'm going to have a vasectomy. And Sophie said, oh, all right then. Now, bearing in mind this is a girl that's not lost an argument since she was 15, I was very interested to see how she was going to handle this, but she said, okay, but promise me one thing. You'll love the 3rd one just as much as the other 2. But all joking aside, they make a wonderful couple, and more importantly, they love each other dearly. I'd therefore like to propose a toast. I think you should all have a little glass of something on your table. Don't be too soon. It's called a toast to sweethearts. May all sweethearts become married couples, and may all married couples remain sweethearts. It now gives me great pleasure to propose a toast to the happy couple. Look at Matt and Sophie, it says here. Here's to the past for all you've learnt. Here's to the present for all that you share. Here's to the future for all you look forward to together. To Matt and Sophie.
To Matt and Sophie.
Thank you for your patience. I'd like to hand you over to Matt, the groom, who's going to do his speech. Thank you very much.
Before I begin, I just want to make sure that everyone can hear me okay. Secondly, I just want to let you know that at no point will I ask you to raise your glasses. If, however, you would like to, then please by all means do. If I may, I would just like to say a few words. Banana, prawn, custard, palindrome, cardigan, thumb puzzle, squeegee, Belgium, bubble. I'm beginning to get the impression you're expecting more. Okay, plan B is then. To start us off in what is possibly the most cliched of ways, I would like to thank you all for being here today. It's always nice to see all of you, and it's always nice to share the most important events and occasions in one's life with those who mean the most. I would like to thank our lovely and stunning bridesmaids and our handsome and dapper bridesman, and praise their incredible level of patience. For I know all too well how stressful it is waiting for Sophie to get ready just to go to the cinema. And I dread to think of the anguish and suffering you must have endured as she got ready for the biggest day of her life. I would like to thank my brothers, my groomsmen, for standing by me today and making me look extra handsome by comparison. Much appreciated. Of course, I cannot give thanks without mentioning our parents, whom I will refrain from making jokes about, largely because they paid for most of this. Although it seems to me almost like a rite of passage for a man, that when he gets married, he is then able to create and to tell mother-in-law jokes. This being said, I do hardly get along very well without her. She's always treated me kindly, she's always been there for us whenever we needed help, and I've always enjoyed speaking with her. All in all, I can unfortunately see no reason to make a joke about her. Bloody mother-in-law. But in all seriousness, while on the subject of families, I'd like to thank all of Sophie's family for making me feel welcome and loved, and for accepting me into their lives unconditionally and without prejudice. I'm truly grateful and humbled by your kindness and generosity. However, I suppose the biggest thank you I need to make ought to go to my new wife, my bride, Sophie. I'd like to start by also thanking you for being here today. It would have been a very awkward event without you. I'd like to thank you for having the patience and understanding to tolerate this grumpy old man you have chosen to marry. I would like to thank you for being a wonderful mother to our small, hairy, four-legged children and brother. I would like to thank you for not leaving your personal belongings strewn across my dining table. Wait, no. Sorry, scratch that last one. Most importantly, however, I would like to thank you for sticking firmly by my side through all of the good times and all of the bad. For all those times when my life had seemingly drained of all colour, and my world became rendered in shades of grey, you were always standing by with a paintbrush and a palette of bright and beautiful colours. I know I can trust that even in my darkest hours, you shall always be the guiding light that leads me to home. So I thank you. Now, a lot of you may be wondering how we met. How did Sophie meet such a handsome man? The body of Adonis, the intelligence of Albert Einstein, who's charming, witty, and most of all modest. Well, she did what she usually does when trying to find such a rare and specific item. She went online shopping. We met on a dating website, which exchanged a number of messages and then arranged to meet up. I remember as I saw her in the flesh for the very first time, a number of thoughts and emotions passed through my mind, and a warm feeling of elation spread over me. She was beautiful. She had no extra limbs, no visible Adam's apple. She did not sound like James Earl Jones. She did not smell like an old egg sandwich. Which means she had just about every quality I look for. So as the hours passed into days, and as the days passed into weeks, and as the weeks passed into months, we grew closer and closer. Sophie and I are not like two peas in a pod. Our personalities are actually quite different to one another. I am someone who perceives the world around us and makes decisions based on logic, reason and critical thinking. Sophie's are largely based on intuition, emotion and what feels right. Sophie is someone who wears her heart on her sleeve and proudly so. I'm someone who filters their emotion and subsequently rarely expresses them. Sophie is someone who is outgoing and sociable. I'm someone who's quite reserved and solitary by nature. I enjoy learning new things and challenging my mind, and Sophie enjoys artistic and creative tasks. I like to think I'm always right, and Sophie likes to argue. These same kinds of differences run throughout most aspects of our personality. What films we like, what music we listen to, how we react in certain situations, what we value, what we need, and what we desire. Of course, there are a vast number of similarities between us as well. However, it is those differences, in my opinion, that give us strength as a couple. She is the yin to my yang, the fire to my ice, the audio to my visual, the vodka to my coke. She has in abundance what I am lacking, and I have in abundance what she is lacking. Together we are far greater than the sum of our parts. Sophie is sweet and sensitive. She is kind and considerate. She is loving and devoting. She is honest and she is trustworthy. Sophie likes to embrace her inner child. I find that adorable. Sophie is fun to be around, and she likes to laugh. However, Sophie, like me, like you, like everybody in this room, and indeed like everybody who currently inhabits, has ever inhabited, and shall ever inhabit this universe, is by no means perfect. We all have our good qualities, and we all have our flaws. She can be foul-tempered. She has called me names that dare not be repeated for the impression of children. She has the attention span of a hyperactive spaniel. She displays the tidiness and housekeeping ability of a chimp with a bad attitude. And she has a tendency to subject me to some of the worst dribble ever broadcast on national television. So why do I love her? This is a question she often asks me, and indeed one I ask myself also. The truthful and honest answer is, I don't know. Furthermore, I may never know. The most basic forms of life on this planet emerged nearly 4 billion years ago, yet humanity still does not know how it happened. Despite not knowing how or why it happened, we do not doubt we exist. Humanity still does not know how our brains create our consciousness. Despite not knowing, we do not doubt that we think. I may not know why I love Sophie, but ultimately it does not matter. Because despite not knowing, I do not doubt that I love her. So on this note, I shall grant you all mercy and bring this speech to an end. But before I do, I want to share with you a quote from American author and philosopher Sam Key. You come to love not by finding the perfect person, but by seeing an imperfect person perfectly. Thank you. Now it's time to introduce you all to a man who has seen it all and yet understood very little of it. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the best man.
Right, I need to start this off by saying forgot my speech, okay? But I did text it to myself, Louise. So you know. And I've had a little bit to drink. This is going to be amazing. So, let me introduce myself. I am Josh, I'm Matt's brother. Technically, I'm Matt's half-brother. But I don't like saying half, because half means something lesser than full. Like my champagne glass. And my nan's. Me and Matt are full brothers, true brothers, with a bond that even the brothers from Rain Man would be jealous of. But you can decide for yourselves who is Rain Man and Tom Cruise. From a young age, Matt has always been a fan of wrestling. From you have all the action figures, you have the DVDs, you watch the TV shows, you record the TV shows on DVD, to then watch them again, over and over and over again. But everyone's allowed to have a hobby, which is fine. Except Matt took it a little bit further than that, when he learned the move of every single wrestler. And obviously needs somebody to practice it on. And myself. There wasn't a day where I would come home from school and not be approached at the door and then thrown to the living room, my legs twisted over the back of my head, and Matt said, "Yeah, tap out, what do you do?" I did tap out. Bear in mind I was 8 years old, having my legs broken. Can't really avoid that. Eventually, though, it became our thing, like part of our bond. And it morphed our bond as just brothers to like a team. Wrestling terms, a tag team, if you will. Thanks. But Matt must have found some gratification from it. Obviously, I found nothing other than bruises and pain and an appreciation for myself for not tapping out like he wanted me to. But nonetheless, it was our thing. Matt would wrestle me, and I say wrestle me because I was 8 years old, I couldn't fight back. But it was still something that we shared. He would wrestle me in the kitchen, garden, which was the worst all the time, my bedroom. A minute. But I'll never forget the time that our bond was changed forever. The day he missed it. But not in a bad way. Because my phone told me. I remember the time that I walked into Matt's bedroom expecting to be met with a wrestling match or someone being beaten up. But I found Matt and Sophie wrestling. I was I've been told not to mention that. From that point on, though, I began to think that perhaps Matt and Sophie would be the new tag team. Not just for that reason. Got 8 to 1. There are children around. But from their relationship and their friendship and their beautiful love for each other, I know that they are the strongest team that two people could ask for. And I know that I am incredibly jealous. Speaking of Mum, I would at this point like to make special mention of our mother, who's looking particularly beautiful today. I would like to say thank you to you, because you taught us. He was not here, he's there somewhere, he's probably on a bus. You taught us what it means to be a man, what it means to respect ourselves, and then to respect other people. From that respect. God knows what we would be like
tea towels. Matt.
You need to explain that one. Right, I want to explain it. I went through a phase. Whipping me with a tea towel. I was damn good at it too. Another thing that changed our relationship. I'd also like to say to our grandparents, Jack and Anne, over there, we've been together for so long that in this generation where relationships are found over dating websites, Facebook, text messages, Tinder. Tinder? Nobody? No. Yes. It's pretty great. It makes you wonder if two people can find the love that you found. But in the case of Matt and Sophie, I know they can. I know they'll be together for as long as you've been. I'm really sorry about that. But Nan and Gramps should inspire us, especially myself, with the love that you have for each other. The occasional hate that you have for each other. But for one, I can't wait for the day I meet somebody who I love for the rest of my life. But Matt and Sophie, it's been an honour being the best man for this wonderful day. I give you all the love in the world for a happy and loving life together. Where you always cut. Thank you everyone for coming. I hope you have a lovely day. And let's all make a toast to Matt and Sophie.
Matt and Sophie.
And of course, a toast to me. Thank you all very much. Have a lovely day.
I seem to have my dress caught on everyone's chair here. My fault. I'm using such a big dress. Right, okay, I know it's not very traditional, but I've done a little something for today as well. I know the speeches have been lovely and they've gone on long enough now, but what's the word without speeches? So I'm going to keep it short to the best of my abilities, but there are loads of people that we feel we need to thank. I'd like to start off with my gorgeous wedding girls and boy. So I first met Rob many years ago at Shenanigans night. I know, late, I know. Well, honestly, I think the night was one of the best nights out I've ever been dragged along to. Because, well, who doesn't love being danced up to by a 6-foot-odd bloke asking if you're having a good night with an elbow nudge? Now, I must admit, originally I was like, who is this guy? So when I said I was off to get a drink, I was surprised to see him follow me. Thank God he did though, because from that night, a truly amazing friendship has grown. A friend who I know if I don't see for a season, we'll come together as if we've never left each other. You've been an amazing part of my life, and has genuinely made me the person I am today. For most part, the reason why I say, my love, and that you are. Now, Eloise, we didn't meet the way most friends meet. My first serious boyfriend introduced me to this loud, in-your-face, beautiful, funny, sweet, caring lady right here as his sister. We had lots of great times together, and you accepted me as part of your family, no questions asked, and made me feel at home. Though really this wasn't the main kickstart to our friendship. We had arguments when I split up with your brother, and we didn't talk for years. But then, not long after I met Matt, I had a message from her to meet up, and so we did. From that day, we've had Hawaii nights, shisha nights, wine nights, party nights, and just plain old FaceTime. But out of it all, I've gained a truly amazing friend, and a woman I'm proud to call the sister I never had. As many of you know, I am an only child, and I was always worried about my children never having cousins and close family because I'm so close to mine. Fortunately, I've married a man with not only 1 sibling, but 5. One of those siblings is Meg. Now, here she is today, sat beside us as our bridesmaid, and she looks beautiful. I know that in the years to come, this this lovely young lady and I will become close, and I'm not gaining a sister-in-law, I'm gaining a sister. Now, what's the wedding without flower girls? I must say, I've never seen more beautiful girls, wherever they are, than I do today. You can see one, and one's over there. And I hope you both realise that for years to come, you are loved by so many people and have the most amazing families in the world. There's Matt. Well, I know you all know how much I love Matt, so I don't really need to say anymore. I've chosen to spend the rest of my life with you and start family with you. You're my world and I love you. I would like to thank Kev, Jude, Jack, Meg, Jackie, Lee, Nick, Joe, Josh, Jack, Anna, and everyone else from Matt's family for welcoming me in, even though our engagement came quick. I couldn't imagine a more supportive family and would never be able to imagine a better set of in-laws. Thank you all for your extremely generous contributions to the wedding. Now, I know I've been going on for a little bit now, and everyone's looking forward to drinking and continuing with the merriment, but first, I must thank my mother for all her hard work she's put into our wedding. She's been my rock when I've been slow to move. She's pushed me in the right direction. She's pushed me to get on and do it, whilst I was laid back and relaxed, and she was going crazy at my lack of organisational skills. Well, not much difference in the last 21 years, really. But thank you, Mum, for everything you've done. I really do have the best mum in the world. You're my mum, my angel, my best friend, my everything. I love you so much and always will. I'd like to thank my father as well for all of his contributions to the wedding. We are really grateful. I must admit, there have been times in my life where we really did not get on, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. However, today I am so lucky to have become so close to my father, and I've come to realise just how alike we are, and this is brilliant. I love how we have nights in doing what most people think might be boring. Dad, Jules, Matt and I having amazing dinners, followed by board games late into the night. For this, I am truly thankful to you and Jules. I'd like to thank my gran, my great aunt, and Uncle John and Yvette for coming to share my day. I only wish my grandfather Ray was here today, as well as my godmother Ali. Now, last, but by all means not least, a special lady who has been there my whole life, who looked after me when I was little, who's looking after me still. A beautiful, strong lady who is opinionated at times, but extremely loving and always had my best interests at heart. The lady who not just contributed to, but bought the beautiful dress you see me in today. Yes, I'm talking about you now. I just want to let you know how grateful I am for everything you've done. It saddens me to know that the husband you chose in life, who was so generous and kind, couldn't be here today, but he will be with us in our hearts. Here's to friends and family, both past, present and future. Thank you. Now, I've got a couple of gifts back here, but I think we'll start with mine, and then we'll go on to yours. Yeah. So, where are my lovely little flower girls? Jennifer, come up to the front for me, guys. I've got you a little present. Jenny and Alana. Alana and Jenny? Present? Right, that one's for you, Alana. That's right. Jenny, they show that. Here you go, Alana. Jenny. There you go, that's for you. Okay, we'll see it.
Wait, what did you say? Jenny.
It's alright.
Well, lots of meat.
This one's for you. This one's for you. And this one, I know you might think is a little bit weird. I'll tell you later what it's for, so there you go. I'm finding out the gifts I'd like to give. Where are my future, well, current mother-in-laws and mother? Where are you all? Right. Here we go. Not the traditional flowers. That one's here. And Jackie, come back round the other way. Sorry, taking everyone with me. Right, now Matt, if you want to do yours.
Certainly do, yeah. Obviously we couldn't leave our fabulous groomsman at this. Nick, I know you've been tired of your car for a long time. I thought I'd treat it to a new one, but given my financial situation, I can't outright buy one, so I'm going to pay for it in installments. This is the first one. It's the really man's hand. That's a Jag right there. Jag, come on up here. Come on up. He's a young man. He's coming adult now. And I thought I'd help him along the way. I've got you your very first Mustang. Right on, it's a spin.
Right.
I have indeed saved the best for last. So Josh, my best man, come up here. This is something you have wanted for many, many years. And today I finally made that dream come true. I present you with an autographed picture of myself. I know you've wanted my one for a very long time.
That's about it for the speeches, so I think we should maybe get back to the wine. Thank you, Roger.
Ladies and gents, the interview will begin back in here at 7 PM this evening. The bride and groom will request a group shot, so if everyone can...
But I it's time for the father and the daughter dance. So please welcome Tim and Sophie.